everyone, it's Casey, and this is my fourth video on lessons in country living, right? Things that I have learned since I've moved to the country from the city. I want to do a quick recap with you on some of those things that I covered in my first few videos. And one of those was rubber boots. I do have them on right now, and I wear them all the time, not only to protect from poo, but also because there's a lot of water, as you can tell, especially in the summer, that runs off the mountains from the snow melt. So if you don't want wet socks or wet feet coming through your flip-flops, then you will wear rubber boots. They really, really help. They're not the biggest fashion statement of the world, but they are super comfortable, and they keep your feet dry. The next one was attire. So there's not a lot of fancy schmancy type clothing here. It's very, there's no superficialness about a place like this. It's wild, it's natural. I mean, the landscaping is beautiful, and you dress kind of appropriately for that environment. Baseball caps, blue jeans, and boots, those are things that are considered sexy in the country. Another thing that I covered was camo. It's everywhere. I still don't have any, and I still won't wear any. It is really a popular item here. Everybody wears it. And then I covered hot wire. So I learned very early to respect the hot wire, to respect the electricity running through it. I tried to traverse the wire one time just to get through and shimmy through, and it's not your friend. And when it shocks you all up in your lady business, it is no fun. It is like a taser. And I have been tased, so I could freely talk about that. It's not fun, folks, and it really, really hurts. So my last video, I talked about vocabulary. I think people, wherever they are, whatever group they're in, whatever workplace they're in, they develop certain vocabulary in those groups, right? Back in the police world, it was 400 codes, it was definitions, it was, Adam Baker, Charlie, David Easy, the phonetic alphabet. Here, there are terms for different things, like vehicles are called rigs, hauling is the word for towing, which I used a lot back in Vegas, but I forgot one. See, last night we were sitting on the porch and these mosquitoes came out. Now, they're not called mosquitoes, mind you, they are called skeeters here, and they're the devil. I really don't like them. They're not my friend either. And they love me for whatever reason. I have done nothing to these little skeeters, but I understand they're all female, and that's just the way it is. They like the aroma or something that I have, the pheromones that come off certain people, right? So, in fact, I think there's one that's kissing me right now. So there are skeeters here, and I forgot that part of the vocabulary. So I also wanted to cover with you lawn parking. So back where I'm from, there are tons of parking places. There's driveways, there's parking lots. It's just a little bit more rural here, and so there's a lot of country roads, a lot of things that aren't paved. There's not a lot of asphalt, not a lot of concrete, and so when you park in the lawn, which is basically where you park in the country, that lawn dies. And then when you stop parking in the lawn comes back. And I think there's a country song about that where the guy talks about how his girlfriend, she hasn't even been gone long enough for the lawn to come back, and she's already dating another dude. Country music rocks, by the way, and that is one awesome thing about being in the country, is I can sing it as loud as I want and nobody bats an eye. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, because it's probably been one of the most difficult things for me to get used to, other than the 80 pairs of high heels I have stashed up in my closet that don't see the light of day. But this part has been super hard for me. It's the manicuring and the kind of meticulous nature of landscaping that I'm used to back in Las Vegas. Things grow so fast here, and they grow wild, and I start to develop this like twitch because there's so much grass that it's virtually impossible to keep up with all the landscaping. I am a big believer in edging and making everything look perfect, and that is just not the case here. I mean, you don't have the time for that kind of thing anyway, and honestly, by the time you got it finished, it'd be time to turn around and start again. So that part I just have to brush off and just get used to, and disregard that nervous twitch that I get when I start looking at it, because I can see nothing else but the darn edging that needs to be done. Oh, Lord help me. Anyway, the last thing that I wanted to cover with you for those people who are blessed enough not to have this weed in their yards, it's called thistle, and it is a savage weed from hell. Yes, it is. It is also not my friend, by the way. It pokes you, it sticks you. It is not pleasant at all to deal with. You really have to carry a shovel around when you're dealing with this weed. And I thought the weeds back in Vegas were bad. They are nothing. They have nothing on this thistle. I think that is it. I think I just wanted to do a quick recap, and I know this video is getting long, so I wanted to show you this girl again. She's moving down south pretty soon. All right, please tune in again. I hope you're having fun with these, because I am having so much fun sharing with you the things that I've learned in country living, and they're not friends, not at all. I don't really like them. And I think they're all female too. They're what you call mean girls. In fact, I think there's one trying to get me right now. Ugh. Anyway, okay, so the next thing that I wanted to cover about country living, please leave me alone, is lawn parking. So everybody parks their car in the lawn. And back in my former life, I would have thought that that was a little redneckish, a little hillbilly-ish. It's just a way of, oh my gosh, this girl really likes me. It's just a way of life here.